To Queensland, where the new Treasurer has laid out a dire economic outlook in his first major speech in the role, blaming the former Labor government for crippling cost blowouts and a potential downgrade to the state's credit rating. Queensland political reporter Harry Clark is with us live. How bad is the situation?
G'day, Kieran. Well, the state's total debt is expected to blow out over the forward estimates to at least $170 billion. David Janetzki, the new Treasurer, he spoke to business leaders in Brisbane for the first time yesterday in his new role and said that it's likely the state's credit rating will be downgraded from the AA+ it has enjoyed for the past 15 years. That's based on his discussions since assuming the role with Treasury, as well as S&P Global, the international ratings agency. And for the first time in 15 years, as I said, that will be downgraded in all likelihood, according to the Treasurer, who is blaming squarely the Labor government. The former Treasurer, Cameron Dick, said it's all on the LNP, despite them only being in government for a little over a month.
It is highly likely that we have inherited an outlook downgrade and ultimately a rating downgrade too. This is the unfortunate reality that I have learned in the month since becoming Treasurer. Sadly, we are still uncovering increased costs from projects across portfolios.
This is a problem of David Crisafulli and David Janetzki's making. After every budget I did, after every budget update, including during the election, our credit rating was affirmed as stable.
So, Kieran, over recent weeks, the Treasury has been unveiling figures that indicate some of these staggering cost blowouts to major infrastructure projects. I'll take you through the headline ones. $500 million extra for the Brisbane Arena project, just off the Roma Street Parkland there. $494 million for Cross River Rail. $330 million for the Gold Coast Light Rail. This is extra on top of what was already slated. And $2.8 billion for the Copper String project in North Queensland, which is basically a mega power line connecting Mount Isa to Townsville. Now, the cost blowouts have been blamed by the government on the CFMEU and BPIC, Best Practiced Industry Conditions, which was a deal struck with the former Labor government for the construction of major infrastructure projects in Queensland. The BPIC has been suspended indefinitely by the new LNP government. They've also introduced a bill into Queensland Parliament during the first sitting last week to re-establish a productivity commission in Queensland.
The Productivity Commission's very first task will be putting BPIC under the microscope with a comprehensive inquiry into productivity in the construction sector. The Commission will then report back to the government on the best way forward.
David Janetzki's claimed that already more than $50 billion has been saved since the LNP took office. That's by scrapping BPIC, which was projected to cost the government $17 billion over the forwards, and also scrapping the Burdekin pumped hydro project, which blew out to some $34 billion. They promised no new taxes and no cuts to the public service. All eyes will be on the mid-year financial update, which is due to be delivered by the Treasurer at the end of January, Kieran.